Let us open our mind. I know leadership don't need to run. Love don't mean retaliation. If we don't stop, if we parade, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If we parade, they celebrate. At the death of a child, I'm safe. Open our minds. I never say, hey, remember your forefathers' tears, the lives which was lost for us to see peaceful years when shots stop. Moving in flight. If we parade, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If we parade, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Proper thought. Open our mind. We don't stop. Open our mind. Open our mind. The child of a slave. Proper thought. Open our mind.
Peace, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why you are here. Now, tonight, special show tonight, I'm going to be talking with Lady Renaissance, the Renaissance woman from the Neutral Zone fame. I've been anticipating this interview for a while. Full disclosure, I'm actually a subscriber to the Neutral Zone. I think her channel's pretty good, man. You know, she's one of the few. Cause let me be straight with y'all. I don't subscribe to a lot of female content creators. I mean, I subscribe to a few, but I don't subscribe to a lot of them. And but I am subscribed to the Neutral Zone. And it's not just because I'm cool with the GOAT, Brother Taz. I mean, I like the stuff, and I think Lady Ren is freaking hilarious. Yeah, I think she's hilarious, man. You know, so I figured I would get her up here tonight. You know, do a little Q&A. I'm trying to keep it for only an hour, but you know, we'll see how the night plays out. I'm supposed to have my man Corey Haywood. He's supposed to come through tonight as well. I don't know how that's gonna be because you know how Corey is. You know, you tell him to show up at 9:30, he'll pop in here at 11:45. So I don't know how that's gonna work. So we'll just see how the night kind of plays out. That's the reason why I only got Lady Ren up here. as opposed to having a few more folks up here, because y'all know we usually do 2 or 3 people on the old Hours of Power. But I think my man Corey Haywood is coming through, so I'm trying to leave a little space in there for him to see what happens. But I don't believe, I'm not sure. I don't think Lady Wren will be here till about 10:30. So we'll just shoot the shit until then, unless she shows up. If she shows up inside the chat room, then I'll just go ahead and just go ahead and bring her on. Like whenever she shows up. And I don't know, she might be doing a stream down the hall herself. So I don't know. Y'all know how this YouTube shit is. Everybody's always doing shit at the same time. But before we get started, as always, I have to thank my subscribers, my supporters, my contributors, my donors. I mean, y'all always look out for me, man. Like every freaking week. Like every week, man. I mean, y'all are the type of people that a person can really start to get used to. Y'all support this platform. Like I always say, this ain't a huge, gigantic platform, but the people who watch this stuff, the people who listen to these videos and share them and like them and everything else, they have really, really big minds. They have really, really big hearts. So, you know, they look out for this platform, man. They drop their hard-earned coins on this platform, even though they don't have to. They do so because they choose to. So it must be something about this platform that they like. So to all of you, because I consider all of you my supporters, whether you drop coins on this platform or not. If you watch these videos, if you share these videos, you like these videos, and you comment in the comment section, whatever, guess what? I consider you a supporter. And like I always say, I'm humble, I'm honored, and I'm appreciative, man. And I thank you. I thank all of you. All right. All right. Now then, yeah, I don't think Lady Wren is coming on till 10:30. I think that's the time that we decided she was going to come on, because I think that's the time when she's able to come on. So like I said, if she happens to show up before then, we'll go ahead and we'll rock out. But I figure that I got a little bit of time. I might as well go ahead and share a story with y'all. What's good, brother CRU? I see you up there, man. Who else up in here? Deadly River. What's good, brother Kenny? What's good? What's going on? Lady Slim Duncan. Let me see who else up in here. Who else up in here? You're a design shooter. I see you up in here. What's good, man? Yeah. Today, right? Because me and my wife, we're out and about, and because we're looking to try to get another house, right? And we went, I don't know what side of town. I guess it was the northeast side of town. Yeah, this had to be the northeast side of town. And get up there, and we go, we're looking at this house, and when we get out the car, my wife, hey, what's going on, Lady Silk BB? I see you up there. Brother BMT in the house. What's good, man? So we get we get up there, and a person walks up, right? And they've got this bright yellow blonde freaking hair, right? And they get out the car, and I look, and I'm like, man, is that a girl? And my wife was like, no. She's like, no, that's a man. And I mean, he had the big, stupid, like blonde swished over to the side and shit. And me, I can't see that great at a distance. So I had to, hey, what's good, Sinister Minister? What's good, man? I see you up there. So I put my glasses on. And once I put my glasses on, I was like, oh yeah, that is a dude. That is a dude. And my wife was like, well, that's what they're doing around here now. They're shape shifting. So she caused me to come up with a new word. It's shapeshifter, because I couldn't tell from the distance whether that was a dude or a woman from the distance. I mean, it was quite a bit of distance, but I should have been able to tell that, right? I shouldn't have had to have put my glasses on to see that that was a dude. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so much is going on nowadays, man. Everything is so confusing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything is so confusing. Like, you don't know if somebody's a man half the time or a woman half the time. You got to actually put on the specs. Okay. You have to dig up the specs, right? You have to take the specs and put them on just to know what's what. You understand? I guess that's why. I guess that's why dudes still mess with baby mamas. Because see, if she already got kids, then people know that she's a real woman. You understand? You know, if she's got kids already, I guess that's how brothers can tell, you know, that that's a real woman, you know, because she got 2 or 3 little kids dragging behind her. That's got to be a real woman, you know. I think dudes, dudes see a chick with no kids, they kind of weary, boy. She might have a penis down. She might have a penis down there. So they figure they go after the baby mamas because see, at least they know she's a woman. She's got babies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy, man. Just ugh. I mean, but what you gonna do? You know, and I hate that. I hate that our folks are caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? I wish that we could, I wish that I was able to say, not our people. You know, our people ain't caught up in that shit. You know, it's other folks caught up in it. I wish I was able to see that. Big bro Gab in the house. What's good, man? I see you up there. I wish that I was able to say that, you know, it was other people who do it. You know, I wish I was able to, man. But, you know, y'all know I live in the Queen City. And, man, you see all kinds of shit down here, man. You see, I mean, I was in 7-Eleven the other day. And I walked in there, and there was a guy who was blatantly a guy. Okay. He had the beard and the mustache, but he had the colored hair and he had on a goddamn skirt and was talking in the old high pitch freaking female voice too. Like, and the people, the people inside of 7-Eleven, everybody was just like kind of in awe. You know what I'm saying? They were just kind of like in awe. And I was like, I looked and I was like, what the hell, man? Like, you know, you, this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing. I'm a believer that everybody can do whatever the hell they want, okay? Especially if you're an adult. If you're an adult, do what you want. I mean, you a man, you want to dress like a woman. You a woman, you want to dress like a man. That's fine. Do what you want. But it would seem that when people go out in public and they blatantly try to draw attention to themselves, when they blatantly try to, you know, get us to accept it, because like I said, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do, but you can't expect the rest of us to just fall in line and accept it. Like when I was in the store that day and the dude had on the dress, the skirt and shit. I mean, everybody in the store was looking at him like he was crazy. And when he walked out of the store, white folks was turning around like, man, this place is going to hell. Even black people in there was like, man, this place is going to hell. So, you know, you had black folks and white folks talking about how the place was going to hell just because they saw this dude in there with a freaking beard and a freaking skirt on. And me, I was just like, you know, what the hell, man? Like, what the hell is going on here? It's like we're living in this world where people are doing any and everything. They're doing any and everything, and they're testing it. You know, they're fishing. They're doing all this crazy stuff, you know, just to see who will accept it, just to see who will, go along with it, or who will try to discriminate against them, who will try to kind of marginalize them and try to kick them to the side. It's like they're doing that just for that. They're doing it just to see how much resistance they can get from people. That's how it appears. It appears like they're doing this shit just to see if they can get somebody to resist them. Because see, everybody's looking to say I was discriminated against. I was showed prejudice. That's what everybody's looking for. Okay? That's what this is all about. You know? This is all about people looking to try to be make it put themselves in a position where they can be discriminated against. Put themselves in a freaking position where they can have people say shit to them. Now, mind you, do I think a man wearing a dress should necessarily be picked on or ridiculed or whatever? No, I don't believe that. But at the same time, if you got a beard and you're wearing a dress, do you actually think that people are just going to not notice that? Not, you actually think you think you can just walk through somewhere with your beard and your dress and nothing? People are going to just look at it like it's a normal day. I mean, maybe if you in freaking Greenwich Village somewhere in New York City where motherfuckers walk around wearing it and everything, that's different. But down here in the South, all right, because this is North Click down here. All right, this is North Carolina. So it's somewhat conservative when it comes to that kind of stuff. So if you walking around with your dress on, and you a dude, you might fuck around and get some pushback from some people. And I don't mean just black people. You may get pushback from Latinos, white folks. The only people who may not say nothing is Asians. Because one thing about the Asians out where I'm at, they're really, really quiet and sublime, subdued. They don't say too much. They just kind of move about, but black folks, Latinos, and white folks gonna have a problem with you walking around with your beard and your dress. Yeah, they're gonna have a problem with it. Because as soon as that dude left the store, it was like a crowd, because it was like silent in there while he was in there up at the counter. Because even the dude behind the counter was like, didn't really know what to make of it. But boy, once he left out of there, everybody in there started talking. They all started talking when he left out the store. And it's like crazy, man, because, I mean, like I said before, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do. But you can't expect to go out in public. What's good, Cap? I see you up there. You can't expect to go out in public with some old abnormal shit because a man with a mustache and beard and a fucking skirt on is abnormal. And I don't mean it wasn't a kilt, like motherfucking the Scottish motherfuckers wear, the Irishman. No, this was a skirt. All right. This was a skirt. You can't expect to go out with your beard and your skirt and not have people look at you like you're crazy. I'm surprised no one said nothing to him out loud. I mean, I'm surprised. But we live in this crazy world, man. And, some of this shit is going to take some getting used to. And, with the younger folks coming up, especially the children, man, I think we got to prepare them for this crazy world that we living in, man. We got to get them prepared for this crazy world. Y'all know I always go in on these old mamas because I feel like these mamas, man, have a tendency to, let these kids go out here, man, ill prepared, man, and they set them up for death, destruction, incarceration, and all kinds of nonsense. That's why I say what I say, man, because, I know that a lot of our children, man, are under the control. They're under the control of these women, man. And a lot of these women, let's face it, man, a lot of these women are horrible parents. Okay, they're very horrible parents. They don't take care of the kids the way they're supposed to. They don't focus on the children's education the way they're supposed to. And they send these children out in the world, man, with a bunch of fantasy in their head and dysfunction in their fucking head. And, because see, the people that's raising them, okay, live the fantasy. They living in dysfunction. So, of course, they automatically pass that shit down to the kid, and we don't need no kids ill prepared, especially black children. We don't need no ill prepared black children walking around here. That's the last thing we need. All right. What's good, Terrence B? I see you up there, man. Good look on that super chat, brother. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, we don't need no ill-prepared kids, man, running around in this world. Because guess what? This world ain't gonna get no calmer, man. It's just gonna get crazier. Do y'all understand? You understand? You understand? This world is going to get crazier. So the best thing you can do for your team, for your squad, for the people who fly your flag, for the people who wear your crest, the best thing for you to do, man, is to get these children prepared for this crazy ass world, man. The last thing we need is little black folks walking around here ill prepared, not knowing how to react in a world where it's just full of craziness and crazy folks. All right? We got to do better, man. We got to get these kids right, man. We got to. Because let me tell you something, man. If I could take it all back and make all my kids little again, I would probably go about raising them totally different than I did. Totally different. Totally different. I probably would homeschool them, all of that. Now, I'm fortunate. I mean, none of my kids are in prison, dead. My daughters ain't slanging on a stripper pole. All right. My sons ain't in the penitentiary, that kind of shit. I don't have any of that going on. But I mean, it's hard. It's hard to imagine a young child growing up in this crazy damn world. And on top of being in this crazy world, they got bullshit parents. They got a bullshit old mama who don't teach them shit. I mean, they're just screwed. They're screwed. They'd be screwed if the world was different. If the world wasn't full of shapeshifters and crazy folks and you know people who don't know what's going on. I mean, they'd be in trouble if it wasn't all of that craziness going on. So imagine how much trouble they're in when they're being raised by people who probably shouldn't have had them in the first place. All right. They probably shouldn't have had them in the first place. I know people getting mad. Oh, X, how can you say that? I'm saying it. I'm saying it because I'll say it about myself. I'll probably, if I had it to do all over again, I probably wouldn't have had my children as young as I had them. Okay, they're all adults now. I'm still alive. I'm not living in the woods. I live a pretty good life. I mean, I'm not as rich as I want to be. I don't have as much money as I want. But at the same time, I'm not hunting my own food. I ain't hungry. I ain't cold. I ain't none of that shit. All right. I'm actually doing all right for myself and I don't have any complaints. So, it is what it is, you know. But if I had it to do all over again, I would do it differently, man. I would do it differently. You can say that now, you know. Yeah, that's right. That's right, man. That's right. Brother Terrence, I'm telling you, you don't need to have any until you're ready. Until you can say, I'm ready. That's when you do it. That's when you do it. You don't just jump up those oops babies. No good. Okay? No good. That oop shit is no good. And the thing with us as black ass folks, we always doing a lot of oop shit. And then we gotta come try to circle back and fix it after we done oopsed our lives up. We gotta stop oopsing our lives up. All right? We have to stop oopsing our lives up. It's almost many of us in black society, our lives are synonymous with oops. Everything is oops. Oops, I'm fucking. Oops, I'm pregnant. Oops, I'm a baby mama. Oops, I'm a baby daddy. Oops, I'm living in poverty. Oops, I got another baby. Oops, I got 5 more. I mean, we have to stop oopsing our damn lives up, y'all. We have to stop. And I don't mean to preach at y'all and shit, but to be honest, I mean, people say what they want to say, okay, about people on YouTube. Y'all hear it all the time. Oh, y'all just hate this. Y'all just hate that. Oh, y'all are the problem in the black community. Yada, yada, yada. All the static and the noise. But when it all boils down to it, what I think on black YouTube is that most of us, we want what's best for black folks. Now, we may not be able to agree on what best is. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But at the same time, I think all of us want what's best for black folks. And I think that, oh shit, the B1 network in the house. What's up, GOAT? I think that's the GOAT. I guess it could be the GOAT. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we want what's best for black folks. Now, some of us have different ways of putting it across. Some of us have different ways of showing it. Some of us have different ways of explaining our message because we're not all the same. You know, that old saying, black folks aren't a monolith. It's true. But I think we all want what's best for black folks. I think we all want what's best for black folks, man. I do. I know I do. I mean, I know y'all listen to some of my shit, and y'all probably like, oh, X is a coon. Or X is a X uses white supremacy talking points. X is a Sambo. I can't believe X said that. But I say this stuff, man, because I want what's best for you. I do. Especially the brothers. I mean, because I'm a black man. And I know how it is. Good luck on that super chat, Brother James. I see you up there. I mean, I want what's best for black people, man. I mean, yeah, I may come off and I may say a whole bunch of crap and talk all kinds of shit, you know, and talk shit about your old jackass mama. All right. But I do that for a reason. I don't do it just to insult your old mama. I do it to try to break you free from whatever cloud mama has over your head, whatever maternal hold mama has on you. That's why I do it, man. It ain't about her. It's about you. Shit, mama's old like me. Her life is fucking over. All right, her life's over. She ain't having no more babies. She can't do it all over again. Hopefully, she'll have some attrition. You know what I'm saying? Have some attrition and realize that she might have fucked you up and actually come to you and be like, hey, look, you know, I apologize for doing X, Y, and Z or letting X, Y, and Z happen, you know, which is probably never going to happen, but one can hope. I mean, when I talk about these things, man, I talk about these things because I want what's best for y'all, man. That's real. That's real. I want what's best for y'all because believe it or not, the shit I talk to y'all about, I talk to my kids about the same shit. I talk to people that I know about the same shit. Anybody that knows me from the Queen City, anybody that deals with me, they know. They'll tell you, X is the same. Grown man business, what's good, man? I was hoping to bring you on tonight, man. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I'm trying to get you up here tonight, brother. Trying to get you up here tonight, man. You know? Maybe I can get you to come up, man, after I talk with Lady Rain and shit. Because I think I'm only gonna have her for about an hour. So let me know if you want to come through. Brother RJ in the house. What's good, brother RJ? All the heavy hitters coming through tonight, man. X must be getting popular. I got all the goddamn heavy hitters coming through tonight, man. You know, you know. Yeah, but like I'm saying, man, I will be available for the next 2 weeks. Oh, okay. Okay. So, well, I guess if you want to come through tonight, you can, man, if you want. You know, if you got time, just let me know. Because I think Lady Ren will be here probably like another 20 minutes. So we'll see what's going on. Who is that? Oh shit. That's Lady Danielle, isn't it? You up in here too? Oh, everybody up in here tonight. I know why y'all here. Only reason why y'all black asses is here is because y'all know freaking Lady Renaissance is coming. That's the only reason why y'all here. And I seen that I had a few. I looked at my damn subscriber count today. I seen I had a few subscribers that just popped in today too. Y'all better keep that goddamn subscription. Don't unsubscribe after the show is over. Do not unsubscribe after this damn show is over. God damn it. Keep that damn subscription because we be having some good ass guests up here. And you want those alerts. Hit that damn bell too. All right. All right. Yeah. But like I was saying, I want what's best for black folks. My problem is, I think a lot of black folks don't want what's best for black folks. That's my problem. That it often appears that black folks don't want what's best for black folks. And I'm not talking about all of us, of course, so don't give me that not all shit, because that done played out. Not all. Just shut up with that, because that's stupid. We know it's not all. But I think based on what I see, based on what I see on not just media, but what I see out in the real world, it seems like some black folks don't want what's best for black folks. And that's troubling. Okay. That's more troubling than anything, to think that black folks don't want what's best for black folks. And now I know y'all thinking that I'm talking about, the coons and the sambos and but not, man, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think a lot of the people that we call coons and sambos and sellouts, I think we got it all mixed up. I think we got a lot of it mixed up. The people who we think are the so-called power to the people crowd may not be for black folks or want the best for black folks. And just like some of the coons and sambos and sellouts we often talk about, they may not be that. We don't know what they're doing for black people, do we? We don't know what they're doing for black folks. And anybody who does good shit for black folks, I can't give them nothing but kudos, man. If they're looking out for black folks, I'm not gonna down them. I'm not gonna say, oh man, and it doesn't matter what they look like. Doesn't matter who they sleeping with. That's what I said. I don't care who they're sleeping with. I mean, if they're helping out black people, man, it is what it is. I mean, should those black folks not accept the help because these people may have a white girlfriend or a Latino wife or what? You think the people they help give a shit that their wife is Latino or their wife is white? Or you think they care? They getting looked out for and they're going to be like, nope, don't help me, man, because you got a white girlfriend. You got a white wife. You got a Martian girlfriend, man. So I'm not accepting your help. We know that that's not true. Now we can sit up here on YouTube and give all these analogies and philosophies about shit, but when it comes down to it, man, when you talk about boots on the ground and somebody's getting looked out for, man, they're not giving a shit about what this. They're not even giving a shit about what this person's color is. I bet you half the so-called all black asses with our black power selves, we probably wouldn't even turn down help from a white person or a Latino person or an Asian person, we probably wouldn't even turn that shit down, man. We probably wouldn't even turn it down. Especially we fuck around and that house about to get foreclosed and somebody white come along and say, you know what, man, I'll go ahead and help you out, take your house out of foreclosure, here this money. How many of you would say, nope, I don't want that money because you're white, because you're Asian, because you're Latino, because you're Martian? Nobody, man. You done fell behind a couple months on that car note, and that repo man is already looking through your file because he about to come get your fucking car next. And some Latino person walk up and say, hey, man, don't worry about it, man. I got you. I got you on this car notes. Bow. Start doing that. Would you be like, hold it? I don't need your money, man. I'm going to go ahead, let my car be repoed because, see, you're a Latino. I can't take your money. That would be me selling out. I'd rather lose my car and walk. No. So we need to quit with some of this bullshit. We do. We need to quit with some of this bullshit. We really do. Time to start being honest about shit instead of trying to be bold about shit and colorful about shit. We have to stop, man. We got to quit. We have to. We have to quit. Now, I know it's cool to, throw your fist up in the air and say Black Power, Ungawa. I know it's cool to do it, man, because I used to be one of those people back when I was younger. I mean, I was the blackest ever. I was a Muslim in the Nation of Islam, all that. You couldn't tell me shit. But I look back on it now, all of that stay black, stay black, stay black shit never got me anything. Never got me anything. Didn't make my life any grander. Didn't get me more money. Didn't get me the business that I have now. None of that shit. Now, we often talk about context, man. I think a lot of times we have to learn to put shit into context, man. There's nothing wrong with celebrating your blackness, man. I would never dissuade you from doing that. But I think sometimes, man, we get a little crazy with this shit, man. We get a little crazy with it sometimes. We do. Brother Art, what's good, man? I see you up there. We get a little crazy with this stuff sometimes, man. Just because you are a black person, you don't have to fit into any box. There are millions of different kinds of black people. And only you can decide what kind of black person you are. Don't let that shit be decided for you. Don't let other people tell you how to be black. Don't let other people tell you that, man. You decide. You decide, man. Like I said earlier, we live in a crazy world, man. So guess what? One thing you need to be in control over is yourself. Don't let other people dictate, man, who you are just because you do things differently than them. Maybe that's how you express your blackness. Just because you don't express your blackness the way I do doesn't mean your blackness is wrong. And just because I express my blackness a certain way, guess what? It may be different from yours. Doesn't mean it's wrong. We're not all the same. We don't have to be. And I'll say again, we already in a crazy world. I told y'all about the man with a beard and a skirt in the damn store. Crazy things out there that we have no control over. But you do have control of your own blackness. Don't let nobody take that shit away from you. I don't give a shit what color they are. And especially another black person. Don't let them be telling you what black is to you. Because they don't know. Because guess what? Some of the shit that they do to express their blackness, you may disagree with. Does that make them less black? Because you disagree with how they express their blackness? Of course it doesn't. Doesn't make them less black. So you don't let them make you less black either, man. Only you have control over your blackness. And hey, your blackness may mean that you don't want to talk about Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Stokely Carmichael. You may not want to talk about those people. You may not know who they are. But I don't even think that makes you less black. Because guess what? Our blackness is not the same. It's not. It's never going to be. No matter how many videos we make, no matter how many beefs we get into, no matter how many platforms we find our black asses on. My black is my black. Your black is your black. That's it. Period. It's the end of the sentence. My black is my black. Your black is yours. Right? Right. I'm going to go ahead now and see if Lady Wren is ready. Let me go ahead and, like I said, I mean, Lady Wren is hilarious, man. I play her I play her show in the shop, man, in the morning. And let me tell you something, man. Everybody in there be rolling. She is freaking hilarious, man. She's hilarious. And like I said, I don't really do too many female content creators. I don't really do the female stuff. I kind of I let the women have their space. I kind of stay away from the female content creators, but Lady Wren is funny. She's funny. And she's not thin-skinned, man. That's one thing I like about her. She's not thin-skinned. I mean, she hang right in there with dudes. She talk shit to them, cuss them out, and the whole nine. So, she is not a thin-skinned woman. And I think that is very admirable because a lot of women are very thin-skinned. So, she's not what the fucking goat. That's got to be the goat. And they're talking shit in the chat room. I know that's him, even though he's under, I guess he's one of his other B1 network joints. Big J Triple X in the house. Yo, Big J Triple X, man. You were supposed to be hitting me up, brother. I'm trying to get you up on the stream, man. You were supposed to be hitting me up like a month ago, man, and you never did. You owe me a show appearance, Big J Triple X. I ain't gonna stop talking about the shit till you come your ass on either. Yeah, I mean, she's hilarious, man. She is freaking hilarious. She is. Yeah, I told you I play it in the shop sometime. The GOAT, he be on there talking shit, of course, and it's like I don't know. The whole morning goes by quick, man. The morning goes by quick because this is what I play in the morning in the shop. I play Obsidian. I play the GOAT shit. I play Lady Wren shit. And sometime Super Sly. Sometime. Now in the afternoon hours, I play Black Ram. I play I play Black Ram. I play some more of the GOAT shit. In the afternoon, it's Black Ram. It's the GOAT. I listen to some of Keep It Techie shit. And it's usually a mixture between some O'Shea and a little bit of LAR, in the evening. That's how the day kind of goes by if I'm in the shop. I mean, if I'm out on the road, I don't really get to listen to y'all that much. But yeah, oh shit, Keep It Techie in here. God damn it. Yeah, I'll be listening to Keep It Techie sometime. And yeah, in the evening. Now throughout the week, like nighttime and shit, I listen to a bunch of all of y'all. But those are the people who I listen to like in the daytime, especially in the morning. In the morning, it's the GOAT, it's Obsidian, and if Lady Ren is on, I'll listen to her shit if she's on. Then in the afternoon, I kind of listen to Black Ram, Keep It Techie. I listen to some Super Sly. Usually in the morning, it all depends on what's going on. So everybody got their time slot. That shit make the day go by fast too, man. It do, man. It just does. I put that shit on the speaker system in the shop, and people come in. Some of my customers, when they come in and shit, they be like, yo, man, what station is this? Because they can't believe the shit people are talking. You know what I'm saying? They can't believe the shit that people are talking. So, it's just crazy. Especially when I play people like Obsidian and I play the GOAT. I play the GOAT. I play Super Slide, motherfuckers like that. Motherfuckers come in the shop, they be like, yo, man, what station is him? What station is this? I remember one day, because I got white people and shit. I got white customers that come, they come into the shop and shit. And the GOAT was going in, man, one day. And the white boy was like, Xavier, what kind of person calls himself a GOAT? I was like, I said, you don't understand, man. I said, don't make me explain it. Do not make me explain it. What kind of person calls himself a GOAT? I'll be having them rolling because y'all don't know it, but y'all broadcast be blasting, be blasting inside X's old shop. That shit helps me get through the day, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure y'all done picked up a few subscribers because of that. Cause like I said, I had shit blasted. I mean, my wife, when she come to the shop, she be like, "Oh, why are you playing that? You're going to offend customers." I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You don't like it, don't come up in here. Because this is what's going on the PA system. Yeah, this is what's playing. It's crazy. Oh, good look on that grown man business. Good look on that super chat, man. Yeah, so just so y'all know, you know, just so y'all know, your shit be blasted up in my shop, man. Pretty much on a daily basis, too, like every day. The only time I don't play y'all is like, like I said, if I got mobile calls and I'm out on the road, I have to, kind of listen to it on my phone and shit. But if I'm in shop, in house, or in house day, that shit blasted right across the speaker system. It ain't stopped people from coming. I haven't lost any customers because of it. And like I said, like 65% of my customers are white. Like 2/3 of the people who come to my shop, they white folks. They come in there, they be laughing, they be listening and shit, they be asking me questions, crazy shit, shit they don't understand. But, yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Yeah. Um, I think Lady Rand should be coming in a few moments. Now I know. Let me put this disclaimer up here, and I hate that I got to do this, but I got to do it. I know that this is kind of a male-centered platform. All right. Now, but y'all also know that I don't tolerate my guests being disrespected. I mean, you can disagree with them. You can disagree with their points. You can disagree with their arguments. I don't care about that shit. But I'm letting everybody know right now, like I always do, my guests will not be disrespected. Okay? We ain't gonna have that shit on here tonight. All right? Because I know how we can get, we can tear into folks and all that shit, but do not disrespect the guest. Okay? I don't give a hell. I don't give a damn about you disagreeing. Disagree all you want, but do not disrespect. Disagree, don't disrespect. Okay? That's all I'm asking. I'm not trying to censor you. I'm not trying to tell you what to say. I'm not trying to do any of that shit. And I will say this again. Disagree, but do not disrespect. You understand? You understand? You know. I hate that I have to say it, but I have to say it. My mods, y'all already know what it is. Somebody coming here saying something stupid, disrespecting the guests, chop their heads off. Don't even think about it. Don't even think twice about it. They disrespect the guests, chop their fucking heads off. Because I done already said don't do that. All right? Don't do that. Exactly. Deadly River. I couldn't agree more. We are not all the same. And it's time that we stop trying to make us all the same. You're right. Let me put that up on the damn board. You are correct, Deadly River. Damn. You are correct. We are not all the same. And never will we be. We will never be all the same, man. Never. It's not going to happen. Ever. Now, some of us will kind of coalesce and, these people are being a clique over here. These people being a clique over here. These people. That's just the way it is. But to think that we are all going to act alike, think alike, look alike, it's never going to happen, man. It's never going to happen. Now, you would think that because we're all black, that we would be more like each other, right? I know that's what the common theme is, right? Because we're all black, we all should think more like each other. We should do more of the same stuff. We should have more in common because, we're all black. But that's stupid. That's stupid to think that we're all going to be alike because we're all black. That we're all going to have shit in common because we're all black. That we're all going to be doing the same shit because we're all black. No. We're human beings. Of course, some of us are different. It's almost as if because we're all black, there should be very little difference with us. Because we're all under the system of supremacy. We all are descendants of slaves and all this stuff. So, of course, we should all be alike. We all should be simpatico with each other. That's stupid. It's never going to be that way. Ever. And anyone who thinks it is crazy. Some of us are going to agree. Some of us are going to disagree. Some of us are going to move forward. Some of us are going to move backwards. And some of us are just going to stand completely still, not moving forward or backwards. That's just the way it is. We have to accept it. We're not all going to win, man. Some of us are going to lose. And some of us are going to lose big. It's just the way it is. Now, I know we don't like to say it. We don't want it to be that way. We want all black folks to win. But the unfortunate news is some black folks are going to lose, man. Some of us are going to be losers. It's just the way it is. Some of the people in our family are going to be losers. Our old mama, daddy, sister, brother, son, daughter, cousins, nephews, uncles. Some of them are going to be losers, man. That's all it is to it. We can hope that that's not the case, but all those losers that you've seen in your life, guess what? They somebody's son. They somebody's daughter. They somebody's mama, somebody daddy, somebody's sister, somebody brother. So why would it be any different if it was yours? If it was your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, your son, your daughter, you, what's the difference? Only thing we can hope for is to not be amongst the losers. Because there's going to be some. I mean, who knows? Shit, I may end up one. I was just fortunate. It's fortunate, brother. I don't think I'm better than anyone else, though. I just happen to make some good decisions in my life. That's all. But shit, made a lot of fucked up decisions before I start making some good ones. Made a lot of fucked up decisions. Just as my life went on, I started making better decisions. I got lucky. Shit, I could have been dead a few times. Not just once. I could have been dead a few times. Just happened to make some good decisions, man. I made some better decisions than a lot of people that I grew up with. Just like some people that I grew up with made some better decisions than me. Don't necessarily mean a person is better. Just made some better decisions. But that's what it all comes down to in the long run, right? The decisions we make in our lives, the shit we do with our lives. Isn't that what it all comes down to? Right? The decisions we make. Isn't that the total? Isn't that the total of the decisions that you make? That in total, that sum total of the decisions that you make? That's your destiny, is it not? Every goddamn thing you decided to do, every decision you make got you to right here, where you are right now. Every decision that you made in your life has gotten you to where you are right now. Hasn't it? Right? You think you got here by magic? Every damn decision you made in your life got you up to this damn point. You understand? I'll say again, it's not about being better, man. It's usually about making better decisions. You make better decisions, you're more than likely to have better outcomes, man. Shit, you make a bunch of stupid fucking decisions in your life. What do you expect to happen? You think some smart shit gonna come out of a bunch of stupid ass backwards decisions? What sense would that make? And vice versa. Since you make a lot of good decisions in your life, you probably don't have a lot of dumb shit happening in your life either. Okay? If you're a person who make a lot of good decisions, you're probably a person who has a lot of good shit happen to them because you make good decisions with your shit. You understand? Do you understand? But you make a lot of bad decisions in your life. Of course, you're going to look up and see a lot of bad shit going on with your life. How can you not? You're constantly making badass decisions. These things are pretty simple, man. They're pretty basic, pretty fundamental. We add the complexities to them. You know, and this fucking media shit hasn't helped. Probably one of the worst things that happened to black folks. Because now we actually have the vehicle to express whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want. And I think it's kind of made us very impersonal with shit. We don't even meet folks anymore. We don't shake hands. We don't do none of that. Social media has become the de facto socializing, which is stupid because social media is not socializing. We get up here and we act like we know people. People we never shook hands with. Don't even know where they live. Ain't never met up with them. Don't even know their real name. But we know them. Oh, the hell we don't. We know what's inside this box right here. That's it. When the laptop closes and the camera goes off, guess what? Those persons go right back to their life. Whether it's magnificent or minuscule, they go back to that. And guess what? Your black ass ain't in it. Yeah, you're not in it. You don't come back in it till they flip the laptop back open and turn on YouTube. Now you're back in their lives and they're back in yours. And somehow that has become socializing. God, I hate the way we do things sometimes. I just do. It pisses me off because we just do things crazy style. And then we try to make them make some kind of sense. We don't know anybody on here, man. We don't. We got a goddamn digital discourse with people. That's it. You never met these people. You don't know who they are. Goddamn people broadcasting on YouTube from their old phone. They could be living in the park. They could be living in the park. They could be living in grandma's attic. Shoot, they could be broadcasting up from jail. Because you know they slip phones up in the penitentiary too now. Dude in his jail cell. Shoot, as far as y'all know, I could be in my damn jail cell right now. How y'all know I'm not? How you know? Huh? How you know? I could be broadcasting from the penitentiary right goddamn now. What? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. We got to get past that shit too, man. See this shit for what it is, man. It's like I said, I close this goddamn laptop, boom. Guess what? That's it. I don't see y'all no more. Y'all don't know where I live. Y'all don't know none of that shit. I could be anybody. I could be anybody. Y'all don't even know if I'm black. This could be a mask. This could be a freaking mask that I got on. I could actually be some white boy, you know, or like Brother Omega Drez says, it could be a Russian bot sitting up here. There's Lady Wren. I see you up there, Lady Wren. I sent you the link. Check your email. Let me see. Let me make sure I sent this yet. I got a couple of emails in here. Let me see. Hold up. Let me check first. Yeah, I sent it. Had to check first, you know, because I am getting up there in the years, you know. I don't think Alzheimer's is kicking in just yet. You know, it's just that, you know, I have them gaps in my memory from time to time, man. Them gaps. It's crazy. But yeah, Lady Wren is in the house. So I guess she'll be coming on in a few moments. Remember what I said? Oh damn, why my man Kenny Kojo ain't a mod up in here? What the hell? Hold up. Boom. Okay, there she is. Bam. Lady Ren. Okay, I can't hear anything. Can y'all hear me out there? Oh, shit, she dropped off. The hell? Lady Ren? I don't know what's happening, y'all. Lady Ren, can you hear me? Can y'all hear her? Is she speaking? No? Yes? Somebody say something. Brother TUD, what's good, man? I see you up there, brother. I don't know. You might have to go out and come back in, Lady Ren. Yeah, they saying no, they can't hear nothing. Okay, now she's down on my screen twice. Maybe this one works. Can you hear me, Lady Ren? No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Which one of these things are you speaking out of? Because there's two of you. Okay, there we are.
Yeah, for some reason, the StreamYard kicked me off and lost connection, so I had to come back in.
Yeah, well, here on T.P.O.T, everyone knows that we are haunted by the ghetto ghost, and they will not leave. They are here forever to cause chaos and mayhem. They are not leaving. So, peace. What's good? Glad you came through.
Shalom, I think we got our times mixed up because I had looked and I didn't get an email, so I was like, maybe he canceled it.
No, no, I would never do that. Never. Look, Omega Dress put the ghost up there because he already know what's good here. So don't be surprised if shit cut off for like 5 minutes to come back on. But
Hey, Kenny.
I'm glad that you came through. I was telling everybody that you are one of my favorite female broadcasters. I actually play your shit in my shop. When I when I'm working, I have the shit on the speaker system in the shop. I think you're hilarious. My guys think you're hilarious too. Um,
Oh, wow, thanks.
yeah, we listen to your shit. Yeah, we listen to it.
That's surprising, especially with all the ranting and raving I do.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of used to it. I've been around this YouTube stuff for a while. It's not nothing new. I mean, I started out in radio. I actually used to be a radio talk show host before I started doing YouTube stuff, and it's nothing that I haven't seen or heard before. I mean, I'm used to the Obsidians and the Golds and the Fantastics and the Supreme King Cools and all of the. I'm used to all that. So it's nothing new. My thing with you, though, what I admire about you more than anything else is that you're not thin skinned. I mean, you can take it as good as you can give it. And you don't really see that often, on YouTube. Women are usually kind of thin skinned. You're not really thin skinned. Um, so let me go ahead and start asking some questions. Like, what brought you? What brought you to YouTube? What made you say, what? It's time for me to make a YouTube channel. Damn, did I lose her? Shit. The hell. See what I'm talking about? This is the shit I'm talking about.
It says everybody can see and hear me.
I can hear you.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Because
I
normally,
can
like
hear.
when it kicks me off,
Okay.
I don't see myself on the show, but I still see myself, and I even see my icon moving. So I got sound.
Okay. Can y'all hear her out there? Somebody? Okay. They said they can hear you. Okay.
Okay.
So I was asking you what brought you to YouTube? What made you say, what, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel?
Well, as you've often heard Nyla say, we're doing conference calls and chatting like that, and so I just when Nyla did her show, it just kind of spun from there, and I did it. Picked up a channel. I wasn't necessarily planning on it. It just kind of happened. At least not right away. Am I still here?
Yep, you're
Hold on
still
a
here.
second. I don't know what is going on with my StreamYard, but like, okay, popping on bonnet and all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. They say they
Okay.
can hear you out there too.
Okay.
So please
So
continue.
yeah, we were doing conference calls, and then originally, to be honest with you, I had planned on going on Blog Talk Radio, set it up and everything, and then just didn't really get into it. And when then Nyla started doing her thing on YouTube, and it looked fun, so we started coming over, and then just started coming on some of the panels, and then the rest is history. And Taz created his channel, I created one, and I think the thing with the neutral zone, it it wasn't even supposed to be what it is. It was really originally just going to be my channel. I was going to do a daily vlog, and then I started traveling to some of the other channels in the space, and I'll just say the initial contact didn't go very well. So Taz was like, you know what, you guys have got to stop going over there arguing with them. You need to make them come to you, make them come over here. So what we did was like, okay, well, Taz, he would co-host with me, so we let him tell him to come over here. And that's what they would do. And, everybody came over to fight with Taz, and that's just really pretty much how it started.
Mm. Well, I've seen that your channel has grown. I mean, it's grown pretty quick. Did you think it was going to grow that fast? Did you think you would be that popular? The channel would be that popular, as popular as it is now?
No, no, especially not with all the shenanigans that go on over there.
Well, what do you think it is? I mean, what do you think draws people to the neutral zone?
Because like kind of like the group that we had, it really is real talk with real people. It's just regular people. And I think a lot of times when you go into a lot of these spaces, people are so busy putting on theirs. And I always had a joke about the six-figure nigga. Everybody on here swears they're rich and they're making all this money. So like, where are the regular people? Where are the regular working class everyday folks? The backbone of America. Those black folks, where are they then? If all of you are rich, then where the hell is everybody else?
Mm.
So I think people feel like when they come over to the neutral zone, they don't have to pretend to be somebody they're not. They can just be hardworking people trying to make it, and have regular conversations. And the other element to it, I believe, is just the openness to allow people to come on, and even when you don't agree with them, and be willing to have a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a lot of that. Unfortunately, on YouTube, there's a lot of shape shifting and doppelganging of
Hmm.
people's lifestyles. Everybody wants you to think, they got all this money and they doing all this shit. I tell people right off the rip, okay, my black ass ain't rich. Because if I was, I wouldn't have to fricking work. Rich people don't work. But you have a lot of that on here where everybody is now. Don't get me wrong, I don't think everybody's eating roaches and shit, but I think a lot of us I think we kind of overinflate who we are simply because no one can prove us wrong. It's I mean, I can tell you I'm an astronaut. All right, you'd have to prove me wrong. You have to go in and find out who I am and see if I really work at NASA. You have to go through all that shit. So I can say anything, and just like I can say anything, anybody can say anything. So I think it's hard for people to be 100% truthful on media because you have to keep some things close to the chest. So, because it's all about your own security of your lifestyle, especially if you have a family, like me, certain shit, I ain't gonna be trying to discuss with folks because I don't want people chasing my kids down, chasing my wife down, find out who my grandbabies is, and all that kind of nonsense. So you have to have some type of personal security. So we can't be 100% truthful on this shit. We have to keep some things kind of, off screen, to save it, right? To preserve it. Is she there? I think she done ducked out again. You there, Lady Wren?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on. A lot of that stuff these people are asking for or trying to get you to comment on are really things that have nothing to do with the discussions. A lot of times it's just that they're nosy and they feel like they have a right to infringe upon your privacy just because you are trying to facilitate conversations. And I don't think that's right.
So let me ask you this: being a female YouTuber, what do you think is the biggest sticking point between female YouTubers and male YouTubers? What divides them the most, in your opinion?
Well, from my observation, it's just a lack of honesty. A lot of these people don't have integrity when they come to have these discussions. They want to point fingers and place blame. They're not interested in a real discussion. They're interested in the gotcha game,
Mm.
you know. You got to win. So like a lot of these conversations, they're not about trying to resolve anything or gain any type of understanding. It's I gotta win, and I'll do anything to win. A lot of these people, they are lie, they twist statistics and facts. I mean, the links that a lot of these people are going to win a discussion is just ridiculous. And a lot of it's downright embarrassing, to be honest with you.
Mm. So
Because I was going to say too, because you know that a lot of this talk that people have on here, this isn't the world that they really live in. They're not running around with this kind of vitriol and talking points, talking to their friends and families and colleagues like that. So why are you coming on this space doing that to people?
because they can. I mean, I spoke about that earlier. Because they can. They
Yeah.
do it because they can do it. You know.
Yeah, but the thing is, they act like they're shocked or outraged when they get that clap back.
Well, do you often notice? I know I notice it a lot. You often notice here on YouTube that you know it's all right for me, but not all right for thee. I
Definitely.
I can do it to you, but don't you dare do it to me. Have you noticed that in the circles that you travel in media?
No, absolutely.
So I mean, when you're dealing with those type of mentalities, man, you're always gonna have. It's always gonna be. There's always gonna be problems because people are not. People can't give it as good as they can take it, or vice versa. They can't take it as good as they can give it. So, someone always wants to be on top. Someone always wants to be the aggressor, because we got this thing on YouTube where victim, 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 victim's a four-letter word. So, they don't want to be seen as the victim. So if they're talking crap to somebody, when someone's talking crap to them, of course they don't like it, because now they don't get to be the aggressor. Now
Right.
they're the victim. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, what, where we are, in this YouTube shit. So how do you manage? Let me ask you, how do you manage to kind of stay away from the beefing, the back and forth, the problems, or do you not manage to do it?
I manage to the best I can, but no, I get it. I mean, kind of have that falling out with the now defunct Black Order. That whole thing with the angry man and that type of foolishness. But for the I think I think I can pretty much say like since then I haven't had any beef since. So I'm trying to keep it that way. But a lot of these people they'll just manufacture beef because that's what they need to get attention. They're not creative enough to just come up with a show and try to draw in an audience. And I always wonder about that. Like for me, it's just going to be like we're doing now. Like I just get out there and experiment and try different things. Like I might do a this theme one day, and if people don't seem to like that technique, I'll switch and just keep trying. Keep trying different things. I think you can't be afraid to adjust your not television, but your YouTube, because this
Yeah.
is a lot of people's television. Quite to be frank about it, and you have to be willing to, as they think of yourself as a little mini channel, and you got to be willing to switch up the programming to get the viewers that you want.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I try to give people different looks like every season, like every once it get to be like September, October. I mean, this thing does a whole 360 from what it was the year before. Um, are you do you get a lot of invites to other people's panels? Do you get a lot of
Mm,
invites?
no,
No?
not right now. No.
You would think that you would, being that you got quite a following. I mean, you got quite a following down there. Um,
Well, we're still in our for my channel. My channel's still in its infancy, and I think too I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out how to take me. They're people are trying to figure out like, well, what side are you on? You know what I
mhm.
mean? I think there's a little bit of that, and then I don't know. I just think it's funny because a lot of them just end up over in the neutral zone. Like if they want to talk to me, they'll just come over.
So, do you think that because on your channel, from time to time, it get rowdy up there, it get a little
Mhm.
rowdy up there on the neutral zone? Do you think that has helped or hurt the channel?
I would say it's a little bit of both. I think it may be intimidating for some people, and that's why I went ahead and started the other channel for people who want things to slow down a bit. They don't want to get up there with 79,153 million niggas. They can they'll be able to just come on and do smaller conversations, more intimate conversations. That's why I came up with the conversations with Ren idea was so, but now I call it Real Talk with Friends because I noticed somebody else was doing conversations. So I was like, well, we'll just go back to Real Talk with Ren, and they can just come up and do one-on-ones, or just talk to, 2 or 3 people.
So let me ask you this, because I need to get a female's perspective on this. Never asked this question before to a lady, so I'll ask you. Where do you think? What do you think this whole black media slash black YouTube is going? Where do you think this is headed?
Well, it's funny. I don't think because like if you Google that, you can't get it. You know what I mean? Like if you put that in the YouTube search engine, it doesn't come up. We call ourselves collectively Black YouTube because we all interact and talk with each other. But if you are a person who's new to, like, you go start up a new YouTube page and you put that in, all of us are not going to pop up.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? So we just say that. So if you're going to talk about in the direction, how are we the people who communicate with each other regularly? What direction we're going to go in? I can say based on the history of a lot of the people who've been here a while, I think a lot of them are going to stay right where they are. Other people are going to innovate and they're going to just keep growing. Some people are going to just top off, and then if they don't innovate, they're going to get stuck. I think a lot of people aren't willing to make the adjustments necessary to reach a broader audience. So I think that's kind of why they are where they are. And if you don't adjust, you're going to be stuck right here with them, having the same conversations every week about why black women won't submit, do black men and women hate each other, and whatever new ratchet video is trending.
Do you think that, as a woman, do you think we talk about that stuff too much here in this sector? Because I said black YouTube, but I know like this part of black YouTube is like that much of black YouTube,
Hmm.
but in this little sector, in this little circle of influence, if you will, do you think we talk about that kind of stuff too much?
I'm going to say yes and no, because sometimes the conversations do get redundant, especially when they're had by the same people over and over, and then there's no willingness to accept a new perspective or add any new information. It's just the same. Hey, do you think these women are bitches? Yeah,
Mm.
you know. But people are fascinated by relationships. Most people want to be in relationships. I think it is natural. As a matter of fact, it's abnormal to not be in a want a relationship because we are social creatures. I think most people crave intimacy. I would say, particularly from our generation, I think each generation has their own ideals for what they want in relationships. I do feel like now we're becoming more and more individualistic. But for those of us who do believe in family, having intimate relationships, friendships, as well as intimate relationships, we want that closeness. We want connections. And so people are always going to want to talk about it. They're going to always want to figure out how can I do this better. And what the failure that I've noticed in the manosphere space is for some of the guys that do a lot of the talking, you never see any progression from them personally. It's like they're just stuck in that same place that bitches ain't shit. Like, well, after a while, that's going to get old to people who do believe in growth, who are trying to evolve. You're not going to grow with that same mentality. So you can either grow with your audience or they'll outgrow you.
That's true. Very, very true. Who do you think? I mean, I think that people talking about, relationships and all that kind of stuff, I think that's fine, but I do believe that some people probably aren't suited to be doing it. I think there's a lot of that here as well. I mean, I believe that people can say whatever the hell they want to say, but I think a lot of people, a lot of us, I should say, we have a tendency to be talking about shit that we don't really know that much about. And I think that's where the problem starts. So let me ask you, because you're a married woman, correct? You're married,
Mhm.
right? Now,
Yes.
you're a married woman, right? And you have people talking about, marriage and relationships. You would think that someone who has done it and is successful at it, okay, they would probably be the best person to get up here and talk about it. But that's not uh that's not usually the case. That's not usually the case. You usually have people talking about marriage who have never been married or been married a couple times and been divorced, which is marriage failure. Okay, that's marriage failure. You don't divorce, it's marriage failure. You have these people talking about this stuff and they're not really suited for it. Now, let me ask you this. Don't do you think that you, as a married woman, do you think that you're better suited to be talking about, relationships, marriage, stuff like that, because you're in a successful one, as opposed to someone who's not?
I think that a person, like, really, it is really a lot of it to me is about the mentality of a person. Can a person who has been divorced talk to you about how to have a successful relationship? Absolutely. From a standpoint, but it depends on what direction you're going to come from because I can tell you what I learned. what I did wrong and how you can maybe learn from me and not make the same mistakes. But that's a lot of times that's not what happens. But I think anybody can have relationship talk because we all have experienced some form of a relationship. And I think if you have it from an honest perspective and people can understand where you're coming from and why you view relationships the way you do, that will get it. The problem is, for me, is a lot of it is just too negative. But again, just turn it off if it gets on your nerves because I do think people have a right to express themselves. But as far as if I would I be taking advice from a single woman who's never been in a successful relationship, let alone marriage, I personally wouldn't advise it. She probably can give you some good advice on how to maneuver as a single woman, you know, but I wouldn't think of her as being an expert on marriage and relationships.
Okay, well, let me ask
Yeah.
you this. This is a two-pronged question. Should men be taking advice from women, and should women be taking advice from men?
We should listen to each other because I think in the end, men and women want the same things. We just look at it differently. We have different maps, if you will. And sometimes, we're, while we're traveling, we meet along the same road. We're on the same road a lot of times. We'll end up teaming up, going on the journey together. Sometimes you'll end up veering off and going your separate ways if there's a fork in the road. So there's no, you can absolutely listen to each other, and I think that's part of the problem. It's the lack of respect. People seem to think that, oh, that's a man, I don't have to listen to him, or oh, bitches don't know shit. You don't hear that all the time, but the lack of respect is why you are where you are.
I agree. Who do you think is the greatest offenders? Are us men the greatest offenders, or is it you ladies who are the greatest offenders of the disrespect realm?
It's actually, people don't want to admit it, but it's equal because like how women will always talk about how men are misogynist, women are misandrous. We have, there are biases on both sides, and this battle of the sexes has been going on since the beginning of time. Men get on women's nerves. The women will go in the kitchen at the family dinner and talk about the men. The men are in the den or outside in the garage talking about the women. That's what we do.
Well, let me ask you about a favorite topic of most of us, the infamous baby mama. Do you do you do you think that we as men are we too hard on the baby mamas?
I wouldn't say as a group because of the baby mama rate. Apparently, you're not because you're making them. So, conversation wise, in these spaces, yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Mm.
It sounds bad.
Do you think there's any validity to it? I mean, are we
To
are we
some of the
just
criticisms,
yeah,
absolutely.
are we just puffing smoke, or do we got something here? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, people can. I don't mean like we can find fault in people all day long on both sides. People sit around and they talk about baby daddies, and those conversations aren't without merit either. But where do you find the balance? Or is it just to talk shit? Because if it's just to talk shit, then carry on. Hey, you get what
so
you get.
so do you think that media should be more solution based? Do you think that?
I think if I'm looking for solutions, I'll find them. If I'm looking for entertainment, I'll find that. And if I'm pissed off and I want to hear somebody talk about these niggas because they done pissed me off, or these bitches because they done pissed me off, I'll find that too.
Hmm. Well, do you think that many of us we don't offer many solutions? Do you well, what percentage of let me rephrase the question. What percentage do you think, in your opinion, is solution versus just talking crap?
Well, you can really say in this space it's all just talk because solutions are given all day long. Advice is given all day long. People are always on here telling other people how they should live and what they should be doing and what the problem with their life is. Now, the issue is, though, do I want to listen to you?
Mm,
There is no one side. 'Cause I keep saying that people. I don't know if you remember back in the day, the $7 store, how everything in there was one size fits all. People seem to think that their life strategies or ideals for how people should create their families and relationships, they really think it's just supposed to be a one size fits all solution for it. And it's not. This isn't the $7 store or the Dollar Tree. Everything don't cost $1, and it ain't for everybody.
that's true. Very, very true. Very true. I mean, I know that, a lot of the stuff that I do on here, I go back and I watch the video like a week later and I'll be like, damn, that was hardcore. But see, once it's out there, there's nothing you can do. But
It's gone.
yeah, once it's out there, that's it. And I think that we should stand on what we say. Um, if we say something too out of the way to somebody, I think that we should, try to clarify that just in the name of respect, and integrity. If we say something too out of the way to someone directly, um, I don't have a problem with people generalizing. When people are talking in general, that shit don't bother me at all. I mean, because it's the whole, if it don't apply, let it fly thing. But, when you make it personal and you say this about XYZ person and that thing is out of line, I think at the very least, you know, if you realize it's out of line, because sometimes we say things we don't realize how out of line they are. But if
Right.
you realize how out of line it is, I think you should, at the very least, show some attrition and say, look, I ain't mean to, say that, whatever case may be. Is it like that? Is media so impersonal that we can just say anything? Is it that impersonal where we can just say anything?
I think some people think they can, but there are consequences behind what you say and how you treat people. So I try to, if I find out that I've offended someone, because, I like to talk a lot of crap. So if I find out that I've offended you, I'm the type of person I'm willing to make an amends. Because it's not my intention to come on here and cause harm. It's just to get a few laughs, have a few good conversations, keep it rolling. I'm not into the toxic YouTubing. I don't like that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I was gonna do a video, and I'm sure I still will, about double talk, because someone said that the other day about. As a matter of fact, even Jack Spade has said that to me too. That I double talk. I want to be on both sides of the issue. And what I explained to him was, the problem with you is you want life to be black and white. It's just not. Everybody comes on here and they want you to just say that this is the way it is and that's it. But when you start aging, I think most people know when you've lived some life, even if it's a limited life, you understand that there are gray areas and there is black and white, and sometimes out of nowhere somebody will throw some pink up in that bitch, and you don't even know where that came from. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. You can't make it be so. And I think that's the problem a lot of people have with some of the conversations they hear. They're like, oh, well, when you had that conversation, you said this. But now you're over here saying that because you guys, this is life. And you're talking about real people living real lives and having real experiences. These situations have to be judged on a case by case in basis. For example, I might be harder on you for something you said publicly because I don't have a personal relationship with you. I haven't spoken with you that much, so it's easy for me to be easily offended or angry with you because I don't know you. But when it comes to somebody who I've built a relationship with and we're talking all the time and we get along and then you say some stupid shit, well, I'm going to give you more concessions. I'm going to make more leeway for you because now you're my people. I don't understand why people act like they don't get that or they don't do that. You know damn well some strangers just can't walk up and start calling you a bunch of bitches. But then here come your cousin, hey bitch, you like hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit is nuanced.
Yeah, that's the way it is, and we try to pretend like it's not like that, because we're on media, so
Hmm.
we we feel we want to give off the impression that we treat everybody the same, in our lives, but that's BS because people are at different levels and tiers in our lives. I mean, we got certain
Hmm.
people in our family members. We give some of them more leeway than we give others. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just the way it
yeah.
is, you
There are
know.
certain relatives that you will allow to come live with you at the drop of a hat, and other ones you be like, mm-mm.
Slamming the door right in their damn face. Um, for us to act like it's not that way is not only disingenuous, it's just flat out, it's just a flat out lie. It's a
And
flat
that's
lie.
why I have a problem with a lot of these conversations. And I know there is not a willingness to be honest and have real conversations. You're really only up here on a lot of these panels so you can have a gotcha moment, or so I can prove that somebody's a liar. When really if they most of these people, like especially me, and I know Nyla, when we're having a lot of these type of conversations, we're talking about this situation in this moment because all these situations are not identical. You don't get to tell me that I got to have this same attitude all the way around over here because this is the one I had with this lady last week or this guy last week. No, this is a different case. One thing that would really piss people off in my Facebook group is when we'd end up talking about police shootings and incidents. And I remember a couple of videos where I really said some things that made people really mad. Like one incident of a police officer shot someone, and I had the audacity to say it was a good shoot. So people who don't speak that way or deal with those type of things. They just thought that was the most worst thing that anybody had ever uttered on the planet, being black. But like, hey, some of these shootings are good shoots. Rather you, it doesn't matter how you feel about it. So like some of these situations with these, I know that's an extreme example, but I'm just saying that to say there is no one size fits all. And there are going to be incidences where you are not going to like how it turns out or how everybody interprets it.
Well, do you think that because we're all black folks, um, we often get angry? I know some of us, we get angry because we think that, you know, one of our black folks done said something they shouldn't say. Now, I don't know what that means, a person saying something they shouldn't say, but do you think there's a lot of that where, you said something was a good shoot and they probably jumped all over you
Hmm.
because see, you're black and you're not supposed to say that. You're black, so you're supposed to sympathize with the black person that got shot, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
do you find yourself encountering that kind of stuff a lot where you may say something that the collective doesn't agree with and they come after you?
Uh-huh. But I don't feel. I always feel like this, and my husband says this all the time: "Was rather I lie? Do you want the truth or do you want the lie?" And I think, and I'm going to tell you something, and I say, and I tell him this: I think most people want the lie. The majority of people want the lie
Why you think that is? Because I agree.
because the truth is uncomfortable. It forces you to look at things that you don't want to see, and if you have the ability, you're either going to lie to yourself or you're going to have to make an adjustment. And a lot of people just aren't willing to make the adjustment. Most people are lazy.
Plus, when you have a one thing I've discovered, you know, being on this media stuff, is that when you come with the truth, it exposes a lot of secrets. Um, I'm a true believer that we as black folks, we keep a lot of secrets. We're very secretive people. And I think that when you get up here and you start talking this truth, it exposes people's secrets. Even when you're not talking to the person directly, the fact that you're talking about something that, rings true with, you know, their family, their father, their mother, their baby mama, their baby daddy, their brother, their whoever. When those type of things, when something rings true with some of those people, I think we have this thing where we feel like we're being exposed, even if we're not the person being talked about directly. We feel
Yeah,
like we're being exposed, because don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot of our truths are ugly. Okay. A lot of us have some ugly truths about us. And I think, like you said, the reason why people want the lie is because, see, the lie is more colorful. And a lot of times it's more believable because some of the
yeah,
truth shit you can't even believe. You're like, what? So the lie is more colorful. We usually make ourselves look better. When we're in that lie, we're all great. In a lie, we're all victorious. And all
yeah.
that kind of stuff. So I think that has a lot to do with it too.
I agree. And I think it just like, or if you just refuse to listen to the truth, because it still gives you that out. You have a level of plausible deniability. Like, I didn't know anything about this. I can't, you feel like you're innocent and you can always fall back to that victim position. It's kind of like a woman who knows she's dating a young alpha male. He got all this money or things like this. And you just believe that he's going to be content to have sex with you for the rest of his life and only you. I just think that's not a realistic situation, and I think most women know that, but we can pretend that we don't.
That's true. That's true. I can agree with that. I think, I mean, and I say this a lot, I think that, media has amplified because I think that we've always had this going on. I think this is something that just, people do, not necessarily black people, but we talking about black people tonight. I think it's just something that we do. And I think the fact that we have access to media now, I think it just amplifies dysfunction. It amplifies falsehood. It amplifies false narratives, and it amplifies the suspension of disbelief. Like, you know, if you find yourself caught up with a particular YouTuber that you watch, and you believe, whatever they say, and disbelieve whatever they don't say, I think that media has made it so that not only would you be disappointed if you find out this stuff ain't true, I mean, I think you would be really disappointed, from like an emotional standpoint, because I think some of
Yeah,
us are really emotionally tied to this. I think we're emotionally tied to this. Um, I mean, are you that way? Are you emotionally tied to your channels, to your subject matter, to someone that you watch? I mean, do you actually feel real live emotions when you find yourself on media, whether it be good emotions, bad emotions, happiness, sadness, anger?
yeah,
Do
absolutely.
do
Because I
you
mean, these are emotional. A lot of times, the issues that we're talking about, they're very personal. A lot of the things that you see, if you still have any level of sensitivity left, because I mean they're doing everything they can to kill it. You they do. You see a lot of horrific things on here. You can't help but be moved by it. And you also see a lot of good things that make you happy, make you laugh, make you smile. There is a little bit of everything on. I mean, life is on here, humans. So it's gonna be a little bit of everything on here for you. But you have to ask too, though, what are you focused on?
Is there
Because
anything
you
that
got
you?
people's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead. Finish.
Cause I'm saying like if you're only tuned into rage and negativity and who's doing this to who and people who's gotten over on who, what these men or women are doing to people, you can literally just program yourself to just see everybody, all men, as being out to get you, or all women out to get you. There's nothing good. So you have to fix your focus. You are what you listen to as well, and what you think. As a man thinketh, right? And as a woman thinketh, so is he and she.
Do you do you think that there's anything that shouldn't be up here on media? Is there anything that you think shouldn't be on here?
Yeah, I see things that I don't like that I would like. I don't um particularly think that suicides are something that need to be on media. Um, but I get that there are people who want to see them. I don't know what what
What
they would do.
suicides?
Yeah,
People want to see suicides.
uh,
Wow, that's a little
you
morbid,
know,
but go ahead.
yeah, we would have when I had my group, we would have to, you know, ban people for posting suicide videos and, you know, animals having sex with people. Like people are kind of, people do anything if you're not careful. So
Is there
I
any?
don't think.
Is there anything on your platform that you don't allow? Like, I mean, is there certain things that you don't allow done or said? When they're on the neutral zone, is it automatically is are they automatically DQ'd if they do or say X Y Z, or is it pretty
If
much
I
anything goes?
if I catch you doxing, you're out. If I catch you, because like putting people's kids out there talking about now even when we have free for all nights where I'm gonna kind of like have a lion's den, and it's gonna be anything goes, no holds barred. You you can roast each other in the chat, all that, but you still can't bring family into it. The only person you should be roasting is the person that you're talking to. There shouldn't be anything extra. I'll kick you out for that too. I'm kind of feeling like I've had to add more rules, especially after this last nonsense that's gone on, because a lot of these people, they just do too much, and you got to
So
protect your channel too.
yeah, absolutely, because that should have come tumbling down. Um, so has your I know did your platform start out? Did it start out as a female only platform? Is that how it started out, or did it start out just as anybody free for all? Did it start out
Just
just for the ladies?
no, because like I said, Taz was co-hosting with me.
Okay, but it's evolved somewhat, and now you have it's pretty integrated. I mean, there's brothers are on there, quite often. I know when I'm listening, it'd be brothers on there. And do you think that the fact that the brothers are on there has that has that changed the has that changed the direction you wanted the channel to go into, or is this what you envisioned? Did you envision it going in the direction that it's going?
I envision it for everybody. I would like more participation from the women, but a lot of the guys that tend to come up are manosphere guys, and some of them are pretty negative, and so it just makes the ladies not want to come up, unless they are like, that they're pretty thick skinned and they don't they can take it. See, you probably have to, especially for those type of shows, you got to be a woman who can take it like you dish it, or it's just not going to work for you. You're better off doing what you're doing. Keep your ass in the chat.
Who do you, in your opinion, who do you think? Which women are the thickest skinned? They're usually women who have men, right? Those are usually the more
Yeah,
thicker skinned women.
yep. They can come up there and hold their own. Auntie Wanda comes up there. Danielle George, Concrete Rose. You know, Tom Cherry, Black Woman Spirit. They'll come and give the. They give you the business.
Mm. So all you single women out there, here's a word of advice. You might want to get a man because see, if you get a man, you'll be more suited. You'll be more suited to deal with some of this man shit here. Because see, you'll be used to the talk. You'll be
Yeah.
used to the, like my wife. I mean, my wife is very used to my brass style, and I mean, she's very thick-skinned. Because she's been around me for 20 years. So there's not too much a man could say that would kind of like throw her off. If anything, she'll probably come back and bite your damn head off because she's used to she's used to hearing it. She's used to dealing with a black man on a regular basis. So I think that's something that ladies need to keep in mind. If you're used to being around a man and listening to the man talk, that kind of stuff, you're probably better suited to be up on these channels, with these brothers, because these brothers don't really they don't show any mercy. Okay, they don't show any mercy. People tell me that too, but I think I'm relatively mild, compared to some of the brothers I'm aligned with. I mean, I'm relatively mild. I try
Yeah,
not
I
to.
think so.
Yeah, I'm relatively mild. I give ladies respect. I always put lady in front of their name. That's kind of that's who I am. And it's not some cape and simp shit either. It's just it's just who I am. But there's brothers out there who they're not going to show you any mercy, ladies. They're not. So if you don't want to be on these panels and get your feelings hurt, you might, just like Lady Wren just said, you might want to stay in the chat. I'm just saying. Well, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, Lady Wren, but I will ask you a couple more questions before I let you go. I know that you and Brother Obsidian, are y'all still doing are you and Brother Obsidian still doing the show, or is that still going or no?
Yeah,
Was I
we're still doing the daily roast until further notice.
okay? So what brought that about? You and Brother Obsidian, what brought that about?
Well, because he would come on the show and the conversations would be good and we'd all have so much fun. I noticed that there was not really anybody doing anything in the morning, especially that early in the morning. So, and I know he's up. So I'm like, well, let's see if he wants to do a morning show since he's up anyway.
You and Brother Obsidian are actually a good combination. Um, that's actually a pretty good combination. So, do well. Let me ask this first. What do you think is taking place? Are you rubbing off on him, or is he rubbing off on you?
I think he's who he is, and I am who I've always been.
Mm.
Most
So,
people who know me, will tell you that no, that's how her crazy self is. That's just how she is.
so does he ever say or do anything that makes you makes your skin crawl, make you want to just stop the stream? Does any of that ever happen? Do you ever get to the point where you're like, God damn, I can't believe this dude?
I wouldn't say make my skin crawl, piss me the hell off every show.
Every morning. Every
Hmm.
morning. But
He's always doing something.
so being that you
That's what
guys
makes it fun.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think so too. Well, being that you guys have this show, you have this show going on. Have you lost subscribers because of your alignment with him?
No, I've gained
You
subscribers.
gained. Okay, you gained. Do you think that as many women would listen if you weren't there? Do you see yourself as a buffer kinda for women in the audience to be able to
No,
stomach
because
some of
they
the male
follow him right
commentary?
over to. Well, I have seen some of the people who participate in the chat says that I humanized Obsidian for them, that they didn't like him. But a lot of the women, no, and I believe that a lot of women are about over there in that chat because women are nosy. Even if we don't like you, we're gonna come and see what you're doing.
Hmm.
So they'd watch anyways, just like they're watching him over on Mixler.
I guess I can agree with that. So you say you have other channels, right? I mean, what what other channels do you have? What other channels
Well,
do you
right
have
now I
now?
have a Renaissance Woman channel where I actually am going to be doing my vlogging and stuff over there, and just like I said, it's a milder version of a whole lot milder version of the neutral zone. You know, we slow things down. We talk about videos. We critique videos. It's just really more of a laid back space. We'll talk about crafting, and I might like one day I showed them how to make homemade granola, just stuff like that.
Oh, well, that's totally different, and those type of things. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It just seems like black folks aren't interested in it. They don't want to learn how to cook nothing. They don't want to learn how to build anything. I know because
I don't
I
agree
got a
with
few
that.
videos of my own. Hmm?
Well, you see the key is you still gotta have some nigga shit in it though.
Oh, well, see, I don't have any in my instructional videos that I make. I don't have any I don't have any nigga shit in there. So I guess that's
Oh
why
well, you
people
don't
don't
need
watch
that. Nah, because I think people need like now. See, you got to remember when it comes to instructional videos, though, people watch as needed. So, like, if I don't need to know how to do that right now, but I don't. Some people are probably just not. Most people don't just sit and watch tutorials unless they have an interest in actually doing what they're watching.
it. Yeah, because one thing I've noticed, because I watch a lot of brothers who do, instructional stuff. They talk about technology. They talk a lot of instructional stuff, and those videos don't get the views as the videos with everybody up there arguing and fighting and calling each other all kinds of crazy names. Those videos get the most eyeballs. That's just a fact. The
Yeah, it is.
videos,
I mean,
everybody
even on
acting a
my
fool.
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in the neutral zone, if there's a video and there ain't a bunch of tomfoolery and they don't get as high as view as the one with the nigga signs on it.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? I ask everybody this. Why do you think that is? Why do you think, the videos with all the craziness and the arguing and the screaming and the name calling? Why do those videos get so many eyeballs? What do you think it is?
Yeah, I guess I think for over there it's because oftentimes they're so ridiculous. It's just hilarious. Somebody you never know who's gonna pop up. Somebody is always doing something crazy. Like last weekend, my out was up there singing and rapping, and you dig. It's just like you just don't know what the hell is gonna happen up there. You just don't know.
My
And I think the most fun thing for me is you never know who's gonna pop through. Like I always hope that like those YouTubers that are lurking in the background that they just come up one day, like, hey, pop up.
I've been meaning to do it. I've been meaning to do it. you know because I'm over there, because like I said, I watch over there quite often, and I've been meaning to jump up on there, but it just seems like, whenever y'all are on, I'm usually in the midst of some shit when y'all are on.
Mm.
Something's going on, so the only thing I can do is like listen and maybe type something in the chat because I'm in the midst of something whenever y'all are on. But I'm gonna pop up on there one day talk some shit, I think, one day.
Well, you do that.
Yeah, I think I'm
No,
gonna pop up on there and shit and talk some shit. Cause you know the goat, that's my man. Me and the goat, we cool. You know, me and the goat,
yeah,
we
no,
all right. You
I'm
know,
trying to
so
beat him to this 100-man panel.
100-man panel.
Uh
Y'all
huh.
gonna y'all are gonna who's gonna have 100-man panel? It's like almost impossible to get 100 people on one
I know,
stream.
but I want 100 niggas up there. I want to get as many niggas up there as I can get. That's my goal.
Oh, okay. So so 100. Well, if you got 100 people, everybody's not gonna get a chance to talk unless you're gonna run the
Most of
stream for
them
like
don't.
10 hours.
Most of them don't want to talk. They just want to be seen. So just get your black ass on up here.
Yeah. Most people don't got nothing most to say anyway. They just like to testify and shit. You know how that is. Like in church.
That's just for on the foolishness side of it, just to see how many people though seriously we can get to come up at one time.
Okay.
That
Okay.
that would be funny to me. Because O'Shea, he's always coming through, and if it's like, because we have had 18 people so far, that's the max up
Mm.
there on the panel, and he'll come in, wow, it's like 15,016 or whatever, like this really big number in the chat, niggas up there. So I told him, like, well, one day I'm gonna get all them niggas up here.
Yeah, I'll come. I'll be a number. Whenever y'all decide to do it, I'll be a number. I'll be one.
Well,
I'll
whenever
be
there are
one.
niggathons, I'm always trying to do it.
Well, see, me, I try to stay away from the nigga thons. I try to see, because I don't really do the nigga shit well. I mean, that shit. I mean, every now and then, but I mean, I try to stay away from that kind of stuff, man. I'm not really
Prophet,
into
nobody
the.
does this nigga shit well. These niggas be wilding out up there. That stuff be crazy.
Because I have, we have our fuck shit that goes on, on the T.P.O.T YouTube page from time to time. But over the last few weeks, I've been doing some serious shows, because like I said, every September, I kind of, give my folks some different looks. Even though this isn't a big platform, I have a lot of loyalists. Okay, there's a lot of
Right.
loyalty. Everybody that you pretty much see in the chat room, they've been following me for years. So I try to flip it, make it different, and like I said, the last few weeks, we've been doing some serious stuff. We've been trying to get away from, the fuck shit. Now tomorrow gonna be some fuck shit. Now tomorrow's gonna be straight fuck shit. Because I'm gonna have Supreme up here, BMT,
Oh yeah,
people
it's gonna
like
be some
that,
fuck
probably
shit.
Mr. Fantastic. It's gonna
Oh,
be
that's
some
gonna be
fuck. Yeah,
ridiculous.
there's gonna be some fuck shit tomorrow. But the last couple of weeks, it's been kind of serious. We've been talking about serious shit. I brought you up here because I've been wanting to interview you for a while. And you're, a serious person, even though I think you're really, really funny and shit. But I know you're a
Yeah, thanks.
serious person. You know what I'm saying? So, I was glad, I'm glad that you came through. I hope this ain't the last time that you find yourself on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. For all of you who want to go ahead and subscribe to the Neutral Zone, look down there in the description box. Hit the link, go ahead, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get the notifications, because that's what I do. So go ahead, look down in the description box. You will see the Neutral Zone right there. Go ahead and sign up, because there be some funny shit on there, y'all. I'm telling you.
Thanks, I
I'm
appreciate
telling you, it's hilarious. That shit gets me through my morning, man.
that.
Yeah, because I had that shit playing in the shop. Like these Negroes are crazy. And
And
once it
yeah,
go
you
ahead.
don't know what's gonna happen on the daily roast.
Yeah, man. Goddamn Obsidian, he be up there. Y'all already know goddamn Obsidian's a straight fool. So I mean, he be
Hmm.
up there just going bananas, just going bananas. But somehow Lady Wren is able to be there and stomach the shit. And that in itself, I think is amazing. I appreciate you coming through, Lady Wren. I do. Like I said, don't let it be the last time, you come through here. And one of these days I'm gonna
It
come on
won't
down
be.
there, and talk some shit and make all your fans mad at me and shit. So
That's what's up.
I appreciate you coming through, Lady Wren. I do. And thanks and peace.
Thanks for having me. Shalom.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just got off the line with Lady Wren from the Neutral Zone. Y'all know the Neutral Zone is very popular down there. I'm actually a moderator down there, y'all. Um, she has saw me in the chat, a while back, and I had said some bullshit. And I'm a moderator down there, so don't come down there when I'm down there talking shit. I block your ass. Yeah, I'm a mod down there, so don't come down there fucking around, all right? Yeah, go ahead. If you want to hit a channel up, go ahead, look down there in the description box. Go ahead and hit it, strike the bell, all that kind of stuff. Y'all already know what it is. It turned out just the way I thought it was going to turn out, because she's very serious, but she's funny on her channel. And y'all know she got that damn thing, and she have goddamn Obsidian down there every morning, and he be down there stone cold fool down there. And goddamn it, and once he get up there, then you got the goat up there. So you got the goat. I think it's Lady Wren, the goat, and goddamn Obsidian. So you already know what that is every morning. Y'all already know what that is every goddamn morning. So going down there, listen up, check them out in the morning. It's actually some good shit. It's actually kind of fucking hilarious, man. It is. It is. It's kind of funny, man. And I suggest you check it out. But yeah, I'm glad she came through. I was trying to interview her for a while. That's one of those interviews that I can now put on the old belt, because y'all know everybody comes here. Everybody comes to the T.P.O.T YouTube page, But we're gonna end it early tonight. It's almost 12 o'clock. A few programming notes. Tomorrow we will be talking about the queen and king thing. Yeah, I know tomorrow is going to piss a lot of folks off. So come on through tomorrow. Prepare to get pissed off on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. We're going to have Brother Supreme going to be here tomorrow. My man BMT. I think Mr. Fantastic. Who else? Lady Ruby might be here tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can get my man, Brother Art, to come through. So we're gonna have a full deck tomorrow. Yeah. So make sure you come through tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Dark Exodus Live, DXL, on the TPOT YouTube page. Tomorrow we're going to be talking the queen and king thing. We're going to be talking about this whole, black queen, black king, what's up, queen, what's up, king thing. We're going to go into it, man. And we're going to, like I said, I know we're going to piss a lot of people off, man. I know, but that's okay, because tomorrow we're going to talk about it. So I advise y'all to tune in tomorrow, like I said, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, DXL, on the TPOT YouTube page. So what I need y'all to do now is to get on down to Facebook and look up Prophet of Thought Series. That's Prophet of Thought, one word, series, the next word, on Facebook. That is our main page. It's a community page. Okay, it's a community page, not like one of those personal pages. It's a community page. So go ahead, like the page, share the page, follow the page. You can even drop OX a line. I'm guaranteed to get back to you within 24 and 168 hours. Also, you can always keep track of what's going on the TPOT YouTube page there as well. Also, while you're on Facebook, get on down to the Proper Thought Series fan group page. That's the Proper Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get in there quick. If you have problems, just let me know. I will talk to the admin. Make sure that you get yourself in there. Don't be discouraged, because guess what? X shit be getting blocked up in there too. It's just crazy. My shit be held for review. And also, when you come down there, you'll see that it's been cleaned up a lot. okay? Because people was down there doing a lot of stupid stuff, man. You know, sending pictures of their genitals and all this kind of nonsense. So that shit's been cleaned up. Like freaking thousand, like more than 1,000 people got rolled out of there. All right. So if you come down there, don't come down there with no stupid mess. Because your ass probably won't get in. And if you do get in and start some stupid mess, you're going to fuck around and get kicked out because it's been really cleaned up. And guess what? My admin ain't playing no games down there, motherfucker. So you do some stupid shit, you're not going to get in. And if you do get in, you do some stupid shit while you're in there, guess what? You're getting thrown out because they're not playing down there. They're not playing at the old Popular Thought Series fan group page. But go ahead, sign up. If you're serious, you can catch up with old X down there from time to time. You can see what we're doing down there. And also, there's other people in the group. So you ain't just got to listen to old X run his mouth because there's other people down there running their old mouths too. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's WhatsApp and Instagram. Prophet of Thought on Instagram. Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series. Just Prophet of Thought on Instagram. Go ahead, follow us on Instagram. You're guaranteed to get a follow back. Here's the coup de grace. I need you to get your black behinds down to Twitter. The Twitter handle is at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. That's at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. Go ahead, follow us on Twitter, because if you don't, I will haunt your old black ass mama in her dreams tonight. So once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank my people in the chat, my mods in the chat, always doing what they're supposed to do. And most importantly, I want to thank you for hanging out with us, spending some time with us and watching us. And most importantly, I want to thank my guests of honor, Lady Wren from the Neutral Zone. Thanks for coming through tonight. And like I said, if you want to subscribe to the Neutral Zone, just look down in the old description box. You can go ahead and hit the link and subscribe. So, with that, I will leave you with 3 words. You know, like I always do. Open your mind. Dark exodus. Peace, folks. Hold up. Let us open our mind. I know leadership don't need love don't mean retaliation. If we don't stop, if we parade, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If we parade, they celebrate. At the death of a child, of a slave. I never say, remember your forefathers' tears, the lives which was lost for us to see peaceful years.
years when shots stop, moving remains flat. If people break, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If people break, they celebrate. At the death of the child of a slave. Proper thought. Open our mind. If we don't stop, we don't stop. Open our mind. Open our mind. The child of a slave. Proper thought. Open our mind.
Only from T.P.O.T. Open your